Ojeshola, and Happy New Year once again.
Good morning, everyone. I am Adebimpe Omotayo, and I will copy Ajibola. Happy New Year again.
Okay, so I haven't seen you in this year, so Happy New Year. I am Joy Olu. Welcome to the conversation.
All right, it's still a new year, like we rightly said, and of course, people are still making their resolutions. Whether they're going to keep to it or not is what we don't know. But what's the essence of making New Year resolutions when you know you're not going to keep to it? Do you have any New Year resolution, Adebimpe, Joy?
Would I call it a resolution, or would I call them resolutions? I just have a goal. Is it also known as a resolution? For this year, I have the things I want to face, that will give me more money.
Okay. Business?
Business, yes.
So for me, I'm not a New Year resolution person, but like I said last week, I take it one step at a time, one day at a time.
Unconsciously, you have a resolution.
Yes,
Well,
you want to know how to
something
drive.
that
Yeah, I think I don't like the point that we just fix it. Oh,
we label
now put
it
pressure on ourselves,
yourselves,
and then we are
yeah.
disappointed when we can't meet up.
Joy, but you're already under pressure. So consider that your New Year resolution.
as soon as you hit January 1, you're under pressure.
But anyway, I intend to learn how to drive this year.
When are you starting? You intend to learn how to drive. When exactly are you starting? Soon.
We just entered January.
Put a date to it so you can work towards it.
I will.
All right. So many things are receiving
Adibola,
attention.
you didn't talk about yours.
My
Don't
New Year
run away.
resolution?
Yes.
I don't have any.
You don't have any?
I don't.
Why?
I don't. Although I have certain things that I intend to achieve
Unconsciously, you also have.
unconsciously, but
Yeah.
because of my job, I won't be able to be intentional about those things. I can't be away from work for a month or two.
Oh, okay.
It's not possible.
My own goals would never take me away
Because
from work.
I had some opportunities last year, but because of the timing of the job, I couldn't take this
struggled.
offer. And the offer were tempting.
Ajibola, let's talk about it.
If I'm not available here for a month or two, they'll be wala.
That's true.
All right, we'll quickly go to our news point today, and I'll be taking the first one, titled, "You Hold the Key to Food Security, Prosperity, Tinubu Tells Governors." And it has some riders: autonomy drive, not to take councils away from the states. NGF aligns with President Leadership for Progress. Governors are critical to food security and prosperity, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said yesterday. He reminded them that their leadership at the subnational level is central to achieving rapid national growth. He expressed gratitude for their collaboration while highlighting key areas requiring joint efforts. The president spoke when Vice President Kashim Shettima and members of the Nigerian Governors Forum, NGF, paid him a visit at Ikoyi, Lagos. "You are the most important link to Nigeria's prosperity and development," Mr. President said. The federal government accounts for about 30 to 35% of the allocated revenue. The rest comes to you. The agricultural value chain depends on you. You own the land and the job is in your hands, President Bola Tinubu said. According to a statement by Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, President Tinubu stressed the importance of unity and shared responsibility in driving grassroots development. He assured the governors that there was no intention to undermine their control over local government. He advised them to focus on delivering transformative governance at the grassroots, noting that effective local governance was crucial to restoring hope and improving lives. Squashing rumors of a rift over local government autonomy, President Tinubu reiterated his commitment to fostering a partnership that prioritizes the welfare of the people and strengthens democratic institutions. He said, and I'm quoting the president, "We will not fight within us. I will drive the change. You control your local government. You can restore hope by effectively fulfilling what the people expect at the grassroots level. There were gossips that we had disagreements over local government. No, just drive development at the local government. Nobody wants to take them away from you, but we need collaboration. Let's do it together and ensure Nigeria is better for it." Calling for stronger collaboration, President Tinubu added, "We have to work harder, grow more, and ensure situation of our currency improves. Nigeria will see prosperity, but it requires consistent effort from all of us. There is no state we visit and not be proud of because of its development. We have better allocations now. Let me take the abuse, you take the privileges. Together, we will build a nation we are all proud of. Reflecting on the leadership journey so far in the last 19 months, the president expressed confidence in Nigeria's capacity to thrive. So that's Mr. President speaking to the 36 state governors yesterday when they visited him at Ikoyi in Lagos here. Do not forget that Mr. President is still on holiday.
Yeah, and what
And,
about...
my take from this story is the fact that he was able to stress the fact that he's not at loggerheads with the governors over the autonomy of the local government. He's just advising them to take ownership of their local government in such a way that it will drive general development at the state and grassroots level.
Yes, I think the president has spoken well addressing the issue, and I read an undertone to it, like the LCDs are here to stay.
LCDs? Okay. My takeaway from this is that I like the fact that, President Tinubu is, holding the governors accountable. That, take care of your state. If you take care of your state, you take care of the grassroots. And that, of course, he can hear all the insults and all of that. He doesn't care. He will take it, but they should do the needful. They should do what will make their state and, of course, the local government, get better.
Mr. President was able to also identify the fact that these governors now get more allocations. So what they do with these allocations in some states is what we really do not know. And most times we often criticize the federal government, forgetting that we have governors and we have local government chairmen, who sometimes are often called the lapdogs of the governors.
True. Another observation is that, why are they visiting Baba again?
Why are they what?
Why are they visiting him again?
It's festive period now.
Must they always visit? Is that visit me? I don't understand. Why are they visiting?
Period. They have a right to visit him.
Eh?
They do.
For me, that's a waste of resources.
I beg, why are they visiting him? They do
To prove what?
Up and down.
Let's have your story.
Okay, new refineries, NNPCL may cut crude supply to Dangote plant. The federal government may cut its crude oil supply to the Dangote Petroleum Refinery, reducing it from the current allocation of 300,000 barrels per day, except if there is a surge in Nigeria's oil output. The reduction is expected to take place as part of adjustments under the government's Naira for Crude initiative following the coming on-stream of the Warri and Port Harcourt refineries. Both refineries currently operate at a combined capacity of about 135,000 barrels per day. The plants managed by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited commenced operations recently after years of neglect by successive governments preferring fuel import. It was gathered that the planned reduction of crude to the Dangote refinery was also predicated on the necessity to ensure a sufficient supply of crude to all refineries. This is aimed at boosting competition in the downstream sector, with the government facilitating this through the Naira for Crude initiative. Before the initiative, the government used to allocate about 445,000 barrels per day of crude to domestic refineries operated by NNPCL. Impeccable sources knowledgeable about the development disclosed the planned slash in crude supply to the Dangote refinery during a chat on Wednesday. One of the sources, who did not want to be mentioned because it was not permitted to speak with the press, confirmed that it is clear that crude allocation to Dangote refinery and other local refineries will be reduced because all our refineries are coming back. Old Port Harcourt is working. New Port Harcourt is almost done. Warri just joined last week. Last year, the Federal Executive Council adopted a proposal by President Bola Tinubu to sell crude to the Dangote refinery and other upcoming refineries in the local currency.
Well, for me, I don't really think there's any big deal about this news because, like you rightly said in the story, the Port Harcourt refinery is working and that of Warri, and very soon the Kaduna refinery will also come, will also start working. And so the sum of a crude usually allocated to Dangote refinery will drastically reduce. And of course, the federal government will want to take care of the refineries first before thinking of Dangote. Dangote is a private business, and of course, charity, they say, starts from home.
They are cutting, no, they are reducing, they are not taking away.
And they are going to reduce.
Okay, yes, they are reducing, they're not taking away, because from the headlines, one would think that they are,
stopping
it completely, but they are only reducing. It's okay, it's understandable. When you have your own refineries working, you should supply more crude to this too. Yeah.
And of course, it gives room for competition, and I hope that this will better the economy of Nigeria.
No, hopefully. We bring a reduction to
hopefully.
We can get to
and
like
it will reflect.
I think per litre of petrol now is about 9.25.
9.25 NMPCL, and that other cheaper one is about 9.35.
But there's still one filling station that is still selling 1,000.
It's just a matter of time. The competition will bring the prices down, and of course, where it is cheaper, that's where people are going to buy their petrol.
All right. 2025, year of long battle with federal government, ASU declares. The Academic Staff Union of Universities has warned that in the absence of visible and concrete efforts at addressing pending issues and meeting its expectations, 2025 will be a year of long-drawn confrontation between the union and the federal government. Describing efforts made by the federal government to address its issues last year as window dressing and cosmetic, ASU said the FG made no major difference in the university education sector, continued its neglect of the university system, and failed to satisfactorily resolve its issues in the year 2024. According to the chairman of ASU Ibadan chapter, Professor Ayo Akinwole, in a statement on Wednesday, he says that the uninterrupted academic calendar in 2024 was a result of the sacrifice of the union, not that the government had addressed its impending issues. The union flayed the federal government over policy somersault in the 18 years benchmark for admission into tertiary education, and asked the President Bola Tinubu government to, instead of embarking on a fresh renegotiation of the agreement, set in motion a process that will lead to the review and signing of the Nimi Briggs-led renegotiated draft agreement. The ASU chairman said the federal government continuously failed to put machinery in motion to address its long-drawn issues of non-provision of funding for the revitalization of public universities based on the federal government ASU MOU of 2012, 2013, and the MOA of 2017. Non-release of the 3.5 months of the withheld salaries, non-release of third-party deductions like scheduled loans repayment, personal savings to retirement schemes, and cooperative contributions. The union listed other pending issues as non-release and payment of arrears of earned academic allowance, the creeping fascism in some Nigerian universities, the problem associated with the proliferation of public universities, non-implementation of the reports of the visitation panels, non-implementation of the UTAS in place of IPPIS, and non-renegotiation of 2009 federal government's ASU agreement. These pending issues were yet to be resolved in 2024 and will no doubt define the trajectories of the relationships between our union and the federal government in 2025. Having reviewed the state of education in Nigeria in 2024, it is time to set an agenda for 2025. So this is quoting him now. Fellow Nigerians, given the usual adamant posture of the federal government to satisfactorily address the pending issues concerning the education sector in Nigeria and the university system in particular, we expect that the year 2025 may, if care is not taken, be a year of another challenge and struggle. Let me end it here.
Well, that's quite worrisome. And as much as I want to blame ASU for wanting to go on strike or for this kind of headline, why would any government, any responsible government, signed an agreement since 2009 and up until now, you are still finding it difficult to keep to certain terms of that agreement? whether it was signed by the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu or not is another thing entirely. Government is a continuum.
It's a continuum, yeah. Ugh, it's just so sad. And
It's just the least, and this thing has been reoccurring since
2009.
2009.
Some would have even retired.
No. I think federal government should, just pay
Honestly,
attention and, meet with these people as soon as possible and not put our education system in another, wahala. If I can use that word, because do you remember the last strike? The last strike, lasted for about
that was
almost 8 months.
Yeah, that was
and
2 years ago.
It affected a lot of these students.
We do not want to
Well,
repeat
I'm
of
sure
that.
Mr. President must have seen this particular news item, and hopefully the needful will be done so as to avert ASU going on strike again. So we'll quickly move to X now and see what is trending. Burna Boy is trending today for the wrong reason. I'm sure you must have seen that video at that concert in Lagos where he kicked one of his fans who jumped on stage, and is hereby saying that he is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. And for me, that is not an excuse.
It is not an excuse.
When you're wearing some particular, or when you are of a particular status, I expect you
There's
to
a way
apply
you should
decorum
behave, yeah.
when you're in the public, no matter the situation. And aside from Burna Boy kicking that fan, one of his bodyguards
Also
equally kicked the guy.
came to kick him.
He also have a disorder.
Okay, let me tell you my take on this. Over and over again, Burna Boy has always said that it doesn't like his fans jumping on the stage.
But sometimes they are carried away.
Yes, but
With the
everybody
music.
knows that Burna Boy, as I said, he has PTSD. He's a very violent person. He will beat you. When they compared the fan in Lagos and the one abroad, the fan abroad did not jump on the stage. He stretched his hand that he wanted to join Burna Boy, and Burna Boy went and pulled him up. You won't see fans in the outside Nigeria. I don't know about the African countries, but I know about the European countries. They would not jump on stage. They won't. He has said it over and over again, but he shouldn't have beaten that. He shouldn't have kicked him. He shouldn't. He shouldn't at all.
And people have complained a lot about the attitude of Burna Boy.
Oh, God, he's badly behaved.
His attitude is something else. Wizkid was equally there. Look at the way
there
he
were
comported
other stars.
himself.
There were other stars, And
Tiwa was there. Wow.
And you know what really, really now annoyed me? He stopped singing and left the stage.
Honestly.
Why?
Because
And I don't think the Lagos State government should invite Burna Boy for next year.
Yes.
Honestly. Because you walking out
should be
of the stage,
You walked out on the
that
governor.
was an insult on the fan and the state government.
Deputy governor. They were all seated.
there should be consequences for such actions.
We hope so. So Burna Boy is trending today for the wrong reasons. And
No one's training for the wrong
we expect to
reasons.
also get your reactions to his conduct during that concert from some of our social media platforms on the show today. We'll be taking a very quick break at this moment. When we come back, we'll be looking into projecting into the year 2025. We'll be discussing economy, security, and of course, we'll also focus on the National Assembly. We'll be right back. Stay with us.